What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite wrestling podcast. It is the Monday Night Wave, baby. And we back. We back with a fresh episode, straight off the press of Saturday Night Main Event. The Monday Night Wave is here. The Trios is here. I go by Jay, the 1/3 of this illustrious podcast here. We're switching up a little bit. Apparently, we got backstage news where, we're not going in order. So I got to give my man a new play. I got to pass the ball, no look, to my man DT over here. The OTC, the one, the only.
DT, that's right. Ooh. That's right. It's the OTC. I was the third mic. Now I'm the second mic. Hell, if Hero thought he was going to be the second mic, no, it's me. You know what I mean?
Hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This DT, we over here using hell as a comma in all sentences and all promos. You know what I'm saying? And if you thought you was going to find this podcast anywhere else, you wrong. You're going to find it on Apple. You're going to find it on YouTube. And you're going to find it on Spotify. Baby, let's get to it.
Yes, sir.
And, the triangle mega powers is just so triangular. They say all men are created equal. But you look at me, Mr. Sexy Ass Lottery, the King of Gorgeous, and you look at Jay, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally, if you go one-on-one with another podcast, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm the wild card, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% chance at best to beat me. Then you add the Oracle DT to the mix, then your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Monday Night Wave, Saturday Night Main Event, is you get a 33/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because DT knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Jay, take your 33/3 chance minus my 25% chance. You got 8/3 chance of winning at Monday Night Wave, Saturday Night Main Event. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, and if we was to go one-on-one, then you add that 66 2/3 of chance, and that gives me a 141 2/3 chance of winning at Monday Night Wave, Saturday Night Main Event. You see, Jay, the numbers don't lie, and that spells disaster for you at the Monday Night Wave, Saturday Night Main Event, because that I count 2 days, 3 men, but only one man is going to be on top, and his name is Hero. Thank you.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that is some crazy ass math. That's not even Steiner math.
That's what happens when you when you call the Department of Education.
I was a child that was left behind.
And that's Alabama in 2025. Watch.
Nah, you wasn't left behind. They moved your ass
said 33rd and a half.
Yeah, they just opened the gate.
I was what, nigga? I got lost. I tried to the math was definitely not math. But you know what? I respect it.
It's funny too because I actually cut that promo once before at Hero's house, and I had no flaws in it. So watching him cut it was hilarious.
Okay.
Shout out to Peak Angle. Impact.
Definitely shout out to Peak Angle. Before we get into Saturday Night Main Event, we don't really got too much for news. First on the docket here, seems that iShow Speed will be live streaming at Rumble this Saturday. I'm not surprised. He did a stint with Logan, I believe. I thought before, where he was already present. He took the RKO from Randy, which was a stiff RKO. And he was like, my back hurt because that nigga did not take it the right way. I like it though. I think it's dope. I think it's been in WWE's game to be in the bag of social media presence. Why not do that with one of the probably the biggest streamer? I like Kai a lot, but I think Speed is bigger globally than Kai Cenat. But yeah, it makes sense. Anybody opposed to this? Anybody got anything they want to get off their chest?
Yeah, I got something real quick.
I got something I want to say too, and he probably gonna say the same thing. But go ahead.
Oh, damn, are we? Well, I was gonna say I don't want to start nothing.
Yup.
Okay.
Yup. That's yup.
But I'm upset Like they send IShow Speed the Royal Rumble, but not us. The WWE fans want us to be at these WWE shows. That's not right, DT.
That's right, and they should allow us to be invited so we can come for free. Because why not?
Every show, we deserve to see it free. We put WWE back on.
If it wasn't for us, people wouldn't even be watching wrestling in the first place.
Exactly.
You niggas over here, Jesse and James, Team Rocket over here and shit. Niggas gonna give a fuck, nigga. What? Like, fuck.
No. So the reason why he did that, and it's funny because I was gonna do the same thing, is because, and I can't remember the guy's name. So Hero, you can fill in the name.
It's Big Mark or something. Big Mark.
Yeah. So once
I saw that. His tweets. Yeah, I saw that.
Once the news broke that Speed was coming.
I like that.
He was like, I'm not trying to start anything, but they should invite me. Why don't they invite me?
I put WWE on the map.
You went to 2 shows this year.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to invite you every time. But that should let you know it's getting pricey. Them tickets is getting pricey.
Yes, nigga, they've been pricey. Hey, side note, that's another one. They announced like the single tickets, right, for Mania, and like them motherfuckers was not any cheaper, nigga. It was still like what was it, like 15 bands, like lower level 15 bands. I think upper level was like 7 or some shit like that. Like
there was like $700 nosebleeds and shit.
Yeah, $700 nosebleeds and 15,000 for the nigga. Fuck no.
I saw a ticket. It was like 500. It said limited viewing. So like you was gonna be behind part of the Titantron.
Niggas is behind the Mania sign, nigga. You can't see shit.
Listen,
fuck that. Yeah, nigga, it's pricey. We priced out. I mean, I'm not. I mean, y'all niggas. DT. I don't know.
Yeah. What's going on? Are you the rich one now?
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I ain't got no money.
Yeah,
them ad dollars is hidden. Nah, I'm joking. We ain't got no ad money, y'all. We broke. Broke. We ain't got it.
That's what you tell people you don't want them to know.
I got an ad for us next week.
No, you do not. I promise you don't. I promise you don't.
Long Richard.
He went up. Last bit of news here is that looks like AEW pay-per-views are going to Prime as like an alternate form for people who don't have Max. They still haven't announced like if we're going to be paying for pay-per-views on Max or if they're at a discounted rate. We have no idea. So I'm interested to see what the pricing will be like on Prime. But other than that, it's a good move. You know, you got fucking pay-per-views on Amazon, which is one of the biggest fucking platforms in the world. I don't have anything bad to say about this. I think this is a smart move.
I actually, DT, you go first. Let's talk first, Lester.
Yeah, it's a smart move. Again, you're trying to create more access to your product.
Right.
Plain and simple. More access, more eyes, more revenue, then you can stay in business.
Pretty much.
Yeah, more eyes is good. I feel like they did confirm with the Max part. I feel like they did confirm that it would be you could get the pay-per-views, but at a discounted price. We just haven't been able to find out like what is that, $10 off, $20, you know. Yeah, so with Amazon, I'm also very curious. Just same curiosity. And I wonder if like is it going to be cheaper on Max or is it going to be cheaper on Amazon? Or are they going to just do the same price out or something? But other than that, no, I think it's a good move. So more.
Yeah. And they got some time. The next AEW pay-per-view is not until March, so they got a month and some change to figure it out. So we'll know by then. We'll know for sure what the numbers are looking like. Saturday night main event.
Wait, real quick, because DT, you said you wanted to talk a little bit about Monday. Did you still want to do that?
Raw? You saw something on Raw you want to talk about? Something you want to get off your chest?
You remember that?
Dang, now I can't even remember.
Yeah, well, we did take notes this week because the only thing I literally remember is just the main event. So, all right.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was Seth and Drew.
And
then Sammy. And I don't know what else. Penta had another good match.
Penta had a solid one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That new pyro is
nigga.
Mason.
Fuego, nigga.
Yeah.
Now my boy looking like a star. Like, yeah. And I think when DT sent it to the chat, that he was like top 5 in merch, top 10 in merch or some shit like that. Like,
him and Roman top 5 in merch.
That's
in WWE.
crazy.
Yeah.
You came in 2 weeks and battling Roman at the top of the charts, which also lets you know how good that nigga Roman is. Roman ain't been on TV in 3 weeks. That nigga's still selling out. Like,
yeah.
That nigga is the uno nigga. He is the one, not the two. There's no 1A, no 1B. It's that nigga right there.
Would you say he's the face of the company?
That nigga, he is the brand, nigga. What his shirt say? Needle pusher,
needle mover.
Yeah, that's that nigga, bro.
Damn. Yeah, there was someone I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember it now. So it's fine.
All right. Well, Saturday main event.
All right, we're gonna kick it off. Women's championship match: Nia versus Rhea, off rip. I know there was some shit beforehand where I know we got Jesse Ventura actually is here again. No Hulk Hogan due to family circumstances, quote unquote.
I would have family circumstances pop up too. Yeah, I forgot my son is getting married.
I forgot I had a son.
Even though I was booked and advertised for this 2 months ago. I forgot he was getting married.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wait, is that what that really was?
Yeah, that was the excuse. According to Fightful.
You know, honestly, look, I think we're being a little hard on Terry. Okay,
we're not being hard at all.
Let me finish. After what happened this last Monday, I feel like if we're gonna really make this money, we gotta grift. Terry's right. We gotta grift to this right. We gotta grift to the right side, you guys. You know, we gotta, folks. American liberty is jeopardizing our freedom. Those drones in New Jersey, they're shooting woke beams at your vehicles. They're trying to turn your cars gay. Your Honda is going to turn into a Hyundai, folks. I think.
Wait. Was that off the rip? Was that just ad-lib? Or did you actually write that down? I gotta know.
I wrote this joke last week. And I hope that's not stolen because I don't listen to right wing comedy people. But a Honda coming a Hyundai, I was like, that's classic. That's a great Rob Schneider joke.
Your car's gay. That's funny. That's funny as fuck.
That woke mind virus, folks. Anyway, I'm gonna start grifting. We're about to get Wave Coin next week. We're getting Wave Coin.
Pump up the Wave Coin. That's funny.
I gotta get this money. I want that Cybertruck money, baby. I'm trying to put mine out like Miz. You see the Miz's Cybertruck?
All blacked out.
Hey.
I'm so disappointed.
That's the only thing black
that Anywho. Nia versus Rhea, niggas, women's championship match. We have anything that we want to talk about before I lead the conversation here? Is there anything y'all want to go off the chest before we dive in?
I think it was really good. Another solid ass match for both women. Mm-hmm. I want to say it's better than the last one. I want to say it was better than Perth, but I feel like Perth was longer because we know obviously these matches. I mean, there's only 4 matches, so they do get some time. But with this 2-hour show, granted, I would like to say that this particular Saturday Night Main Event was way more well paced than the last one. I feel like this was way more smooth. But yeah, no, I want to say it was better than the Perth match. I would have to run both of those back, but this one was hard hitting. It started off fast. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good match. I thought it was a really good opener, a really good way to start the show. Honestly,
for sure. DT, what you got?
No, same thing. We knew what the result was going to be because they just gave Rhea the championship, so we knew what it was going to be. Also, if you watched Friday, I pretty much said that she was entering the Rumble anyway, so right, it is what it is. Yeah. But I liked the thing that I liked the most was from Rip. Like right after Lillian introduced Nia and she was getting ready to introduce Rhea, she didn't give her a second to breathe. Headbutt straight to the chin, knocked her down. Like, let's get to it. Like, we already know what it is. We know who you are. You mommy. Like, let's get after it. Let's throw hands. Great work again by both of them. I haven't seen Rhea move like that, and I think it's because Nia is a bigger opponent. Yeah. So Nia can help her with some of those moves. And I'm gonna always pop for the fall away Samoan drop. That should get me every time. Every time I see it.
Look,
devastating. So
Nia been training at Bloodline University. All right. There's been a lot of shit that I've been seeing Nia pull out of her bag. So like with it was a Samoan drop. It's like, okay, that's normal, that's typical. Mm-hmm. But we're now seeing headbutts. We're seeing multiple variations of the Samoan drop, where it's like the pop up. We're seeing the super Samoan drop. Like Nia is. I saw Uranagi. Like,
her Uranagi was fire. Her Uranagi was fire.
Like, hey, what the fuck is going on here? Nia's up in her bag, yo, and it's dope to see her do it on like Rhea, right? To where like this is another big person. So, I like that. I like the fact that like we got to see Rhea also be the smaller individual in the match, to where like she's not the powerhouse, so she has to figure out how I'm going to do this. Like the first Riptide, she was like, I can't do it. It's not going to work out that way.
She tried the Prism.
Tried a Prism, couldn't do it. I think she did like some kind of like sunset flip that she did with Nia, which was fucking crazy.
Like she was definitely DDT or something. Yeah, she was busting a couple moves out. Yeah,
I think she did the Hurricanrana too, didn't she?
Yeah, she did I think she tried it. She got Nia press triangle on that one.
Yeah,
for sure.
I was like, you're tripping. You're not getting all of these off. I'm sorry.
No. The electric chair drop, like there's a lot that was going on in this match. To me personally, I think it's the best match of the night. That's just my personal opinion. That's just because they were working. The energy out the gate was hot for them, bro. Like,
actually, I have to agree with you.
Like they was killing.
I might have to do Sheamus and Bron Breakker,
which that makes sense too. That makes a lot of sense.
See, and we'll talk. Okay, no, this is a perfect transition. Let's get into the next match. The next match was Sheamus versus Bron Breakker, IC belt on the line. This one for me personally was a good match, but it was good because there was a lot of like momentum spots. There was a lot of high energy spots that got you like into it. I'm not going to say it was mid without those spots, but those spots carried a good portion of the match for me. DT, you want to elaborate? I don't want to take your moment away from you.
No. I just that mid-air spear,
nuts.
That was ridiculous. It was like a hit stick on Madden when they first introduced it. I was like, oh yeah, he's on a different level.
It looked like it hurt Braun more than it hurt Sheamus, because Sheamus didn't move, bro. He just it was like collision and Braun just dropped. Like that's how you know Sheamus is also a big motherfucker, because there was no momentum pushing Sheamus back or nothing. It was like him hitting a brick wall.
Yeah, he had he was telling Braun, "You hit like a bitch." Like, they was going at it, man. Anytime Sheamus is in the match, you know it's gonna be snot. You know it's gonna be sweat. It's gonna be some pink motherfuckers gonna get beat up. You know what I'm saying? So, I thought it was I thought it was a fantastic match.
Okay. What do we do here with Braun? Right? Like what's the next big thing? He's knocking out, Sheamus. Who's somebody that you would like to see him like feud with, to kind of like, where are we going? I think either last part of the pod before, we're talking about how like John Cena would be an eventual, match for him that we would love to see him kind of like in Cena's run. So in order to get there, we got to have credible challengers and whatnot. So who's some people that you want to see him run it with?
Well, in my mind, I saw him losing this match. I saw him losing it. I saw Sheamus getting it. And the reason why I saw him losing it was so that he could go to SmackDown as like the end of the transfer portal, and then he could be in that U.S. title space. Because I want to see him go against Fatu. They played with it a little bit, like a month and a half, 2 months ago. But I think obviously, I mean, you can pretty much book Jacob Fatu with anybody. But I want to see. That's something I want to see for sure.
As of right now, I don't feel like there's the. Yeah, I would have to look at the Raw. I feel like the Raw's mid card talent is a little lackluster right now. As far as trading goes, I wouldn't mind just trading both mid card champions. I feel like Shinsuke, with his theatrics, with his entrance, might hit a little bit better on Netflix as opposed to SmackDown. But also, Bron Breakker is one of those new stars. They might want to keep him on Raw. I don't know, but yeah, as of right now, as for next opponents, I don't know who it would be. Unless they're, they might hold off until Ilya comes back. There's been reports that he's back at the PC. So I could see that. Shoot, I mean, I don't know. Maybe one of the Judgment Day members tries to go after it to keep him busy, kill some time. Yeah, as of right now, I can't think of anybody. I can't think of anybody because you're not going to do Jay and Sammy again, obviously. So yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
So
damn, that is kind of interesting.
Give me Sheamus and Penta.
Sheamus and Penta. Oh yeah, no, I want. Yeah.
Oh,
or Braun. You can do. The only reason why
fuck yeah, it might lead to Braun actually.
Yeah.
Or it might Penta. It might be it might be Penta and Braun. Which that make Tony super sick. Honestly, yeah, they should do it.
Wait, you're saying like Penta, Bron Breakker?
Yeah,
and then Penta gets the IC at some point.
As much as I love Penta, I don't think he should take it from Braun right now. I think Braun. I like the idea of him being traded from Raw to SmackDown. I think if he goes to SmackDown, he gets more of an isolated push because Netflix is kind of like what you're expecting over there. All your big stars are going to be over there. Towards on SmackDown, like you're able to like blossom. You're able to like experiment and get your shit off. And I think he has a lot more freedom over on SmackDown if he was to do that. As far as like people challenging, like I agree. I think Ilya will be a solid one. It depends on when he's ready to come back. Yeah, man. I don't know who the fuck
Malachi. I feel like they're waiting for people to show up,
and that could be the case too. Anybody we pull from NXT, anybody from NXT that you think is going to come up?
Well, if you put Braun on SmackDown, he got to run into Melo.
Yeah, which if you watch NXT, we've seen that multiple times, but it would be slightly fresh for the main roster audience who don't watch NXT.
True, and that's a lot.
Him and LA Knight could go. Him and Andrade.
Yeah.
Him and Santos. Like, I feel like he has some more people to fight on the other show. But also, I mean, both shows kind of have that problem where they need to add some more people. Like Raw's tag team scene needs some more life, as opposed to SmackDown's tag team scene, which has fucking been crazy good the last 3-4 weeks.
I have a hot take.
Yeah.
And I was gonna save it maybe to like post Saturday night main event run through, but I actually think that WWE has enough talent and they shouldn't worry about signing new people.
You think so? Elaborate.
Yeah. It's tough because I'm thinking about all of the people who we haven't seen on TV in a while. Yes, some of them are injured and they're coming back, but like once you get a Rhea back, you get a Dragon Lee back, you get or not Rhea, I'm sorry, Charlotte. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. Once you get Charlotte back, you get Dragon Lee, Alexa Bliss, Becky's coming back. Like I feel like I could just keep naming people that I can't think of right now at the top of my head, like Street Profits. Yeah.
Logan's coming back.
Yep. You got Jade coming back. Like as you start looking at the roster of people that they have, like it's kind of that situation of like, of where like we have the premium talent, on both brands. We're just waiting for people to come back. Let's leave some room for some of these stories to fill out, because you got Los Garza there. They're doing their thing now that they got 3 hours. We're seeing Pretty Deadly again. Lyra Valkyria is on, like, she has the belt right now. It looks like, based on what I've seen this week, that Michin is probably going to take the U.S. title off of Chelsea. Green. B-Fab is starting to get run now that she's tagged with somebody that is starting to make sense. Like, there's so many people that are, like, running full steam ahead on both brands. Like, we're still waiting on Randy. We know John Cena's coming. Like, just you continue to just name people, and
Roman got to come back. Like, there's
wait,
you're right.
Okay, to go into a tangent within a tangent, or a side note within a side note. Where the fuck is John Cena? Because I could have sworn we were promised a full time run. We have not seen him since January 6th.
Bro,
the time is now, my nigga. I need you on a show.
The first time we're gonna see him is Royal Rumble, which is why they did 60,000 tickets.
That's fine. That's fine.
They launching him at Rumble,
but
like,
there was
what it is.
There was no reason he couldn't come to Portland and just say something on the mic. Why? We haven't seen it since January 6th.
I would have popped. That's fair.
He's going to show back up on February 1st.
But I think truly that, like, and he could be getting in ring shape. He could be taking this whole month to get in ring shape.
Yeah,
so he's ready.
Which is fair. Yeah. About I just just tell me you're gonna come back in February. Then.
He did. He said, like, Rumble, I will be here. Like, and okay, cool.
Nah.
I'm looking at the Raw's roster, like mid card talent. And I'm seeing Pete. I'm seeing Penta. Ludwig, Cross. Did Cross get moved yet, or is Cross still on
No,
Raw?
no,
Cross is still on. Yeah, he's still on Raw. I think based on Friday, he got Miz moved to Raw since Miz got the Wyatt 6 move, or he got Miz moved to SmackDown since Miz got Wyatt 6 moved to SmackDown. I wouldn't be surprised if the Final Testament gets moved to SmackDown.
Well, as right now, Cross, Dragon Lee. Finn would be an interesting one. I think Finn and Braun would do some damage. I think that'd be a good little run there. It's just Finn would have to be a babyface, which I don't think that's happening anytime soon. I think it's going to happen, but just not right now.
Braun is a tweener right now, so they would keep Finn. They would keep Finn heel and make Braun the face in that particular feud, similar to what they did with him and Ludwig.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You still got Carlito. Like, we haven't seen. I can't remember the last time I seen Carlito throw a punch. Respectfully, like, like I think
Chad,
he might have.
Like,
I mean, Dominic, bro. I mean, honestly, if someone should dethrone Bron Breakker, it kind of should be Dominic.
Oh no! I'm not talking about Carlito like in the mix. I'm talking about just pure. I'm still on the talent.
As far as talent, and to piggyback off that, DT is correct. Like, I mean, we just saw Apollo Crews in a match this last Friday.
Yeah,
I mean,
he won.
Yeah, he
won.
He won.
Yeah,
yeah, and so it's a thing that I feel like every, like, whether it's AEW, TNA, WWE, like they all have these big rosters, and it's trying to fill the gaps in with some people, but it's hard to fill those gaps to for what DT said, because it's like you have all these other star players that are either close to return or whatever the hell. So, but at the end of the day, they do have a lot of talent, especially with NXT. But it's you gotta, like, some of this talent needs time to get over. Like Santos a year ago was over as hell, but now when you see Santos, it's like crickets, and it kind of sucks.
Because Santos is cold.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites.
Yeah. So so I would say DT's right. They do have the talent. Having fresh people though doesn't, like, hurt. Like adding a Penta, we're going to get Malachi, but I don't think they need to take too many people from other places, especially because we're about to get Jordan Grace.
Where's Blair Davenport?
Yeah, I mean, I saw her take a picture, but she was in a backstage. You saw her talking to Piper backstage on a quick small thing, so maybe something's brewing. Maybe maybe Blair helps out with Chelsea or something. I don't know, but yeah, no, like there's a lot of people we haven't seen. Giovanni, Vinci.
We haven't seen what's their name? Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
Yeah, I haven't seen them since the tournament.
Since they dropped the belts. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, he's right. Like, there's a lot of people who need to get in position to like at least show what they can do. Otherwise, they're gonna get drowned out.
And it feels like SmackDown's doing a better job at like doing that. And it's like just throw some of these other people to SmackDown. Because Raw, I mean, every episode of Raw on Netflix has been good, but it doesn't feel as cohesive as the SmackDown, and it doesn't feel like they're utilizing all these random talent as much either. I mean, they're still utilizing a lot of talent, and it still feels like a night, like a universe that makes sense. But it's like, yeah, like why aren't the Spooky Girls doing stuff? Haven't seen the Rave Girls in a minute either. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah. Both KCs.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
But we get PFC every week, and that's not the shit on PFC, but it's like,
man, that sounds like a shot.
It does.
I'd rather have Spooky Girls. I mean, I told you last week. I don't get the group does, or maybe I don't know if I said it on the pod or not, but I definitely skeeted it. It's like the group doesn't make any sense. The music is fine.
Yep.
Individually, I like them all individually, but as a group, I don't like any of this. Why is it on my television when I could have Spooky Girls?
They're not causing enough havoc. But like, I guess the reason why I brought this up, Jay, Hero, and we can get back to the main thing, the topic, so we don't get too far away. But the reason why I brought this up is because part of the news that we kind of skipped over was that no AEW talent can perform at indie wrestling shows during WrestleMania week. Yeah. And my thing was like, I get that thought process, but at the same time, like from just like taking care of what you have and who you got and all that, like realistically, WWE shouldn't be looking at pulling any more talent until they get through maybe some of these contracts, or they get through some of these storylines, or the people they showcase more of the people that they have. I just don't think that they should be, because like we literally just named like 20 people. I named 5, and then we just kept naming people. We just named 20 people we haven't seen on TV in months, right? So like,
and not everyone can go back to and not everyone can go back to NXT. And a comment on the AEW thing. So from what I saw, because I saw another thing come after it, is that it's not going to be all talent. It's just it's some talent, right? So
yeah, the ones that could probably transition.
Yeah. So like a Ricky Starks, we won't see him that weekend. Certain names like that, but we, but there will probably be AEW people that wrestled in that weekend, and the reason why I got so much negative feedback when it first came out, granted it still hasn't been fully debunked, it's just slightly debunked, but yeah, the reason I got, because I mean Loner and all three of us talked about it multiple times, but like that weekend is so important it's just money for that's why so many different shows happen in the same vicinity during these things, because people be like, oh well, Mania's not until Saturday, but it's Thursday, let me go check out this GCW show, or check out this other show, or whatever, West Side Guns shit, or whoever. So and it gives those talents, not only it does get eyes on them. So I can understand the argument where I don't want WWE to poach my people, or I don't want them to see that they're good or whatever. But now you're taking money out of like talent's pockets who are more than likely not the same talent that you're going to see on Dynamite every week, or it's going to be people that are in ROH or some shit like that. So I don't know if they're even on ROH.
Like that's just being realistic.
So. Yeah, I just had to lob that up, because that's why I said it was a hot take.
I got one more thing, then we'll get into the show. And even with like them not adding talent, they just got a partnership with TNA. So now you still have like TNA male talent that you could possibly work with. And granted, right now it looks like it's just NXT, but I guarantee you some TNA talent will be in the Rumble. Some TNA male talent will definitely be in. You might see
Joe
Ziggler. You might see Ali, like people who are familiar with the system, like it's WWE has a lot on their plate right now, to where adding more people, like I said, you're going to get off rip. We know 2 for sure is coming. It's 3 actually. You know Ricky, you know Ray, and you know Malachi. All 3 of those dudes are immediately coming to WWE. And those 3 are from the IWC perspective, big fucking talent to come over to WWE. And you know they're going to take somebody's spot, somebody's time or whatever, but we still got to focus on in-house talent, shit like that. So yeah, they got their plate full. It's funny how this shit works because like if you look at it in the sense of like NBA contracts and shit like that, like the AEW signings all happened 5 to 6 years ago, right? And now, 5 years later, all these talent are now able to go back to WWE or make their own choices and whatnot. It's like you're just over flooding the market. It's we're going to see the same shit happen in another 5 years, and people are going to leave WWE, go to AEW, and then vice versa. But it's just really crazy how the market's so fucking flooded with talent right now. It's insane.
Yeah. So people are going to have to just put on that suit jacket. Because you start producing.
That nigga is crazy.
Well,
He said, "Y'all put on that suit jacket.
Get that desk job."
No, that's crazy.
I'm not saying they ain't got it no more, but it's just like if you're not like, I mean, if you starving for TV time and nobody can give you TV time, put on a jacket and produce a goddamn match.
Hey,
you
that's
still
a
getting
crazy
a bag.
concept,
Still getting
bro.
a bag.
Imagine. I just signed a WWE. Like, hey, actually, here, my boy, put on the suit. We got you in the back.
We're gonna sit you down next to Rob Roode real quick. We're gonna
that's crazy.
How
you like being a producer?
So,
another name we didn't mention, AJ Styles. He's gonna come back.
Oh my
AJ,
God.
fuck
yeah, bro.
Yeah. God damn.
And he gonna bounce in between WWE and TNA.
Oh,
fuck!
It'd be nice if you did.
For sure, he would definitely. That would be solid. I would definitely be here for that.
Okay, but you asked the question about NXT talent. The only people I can see coming up on the male side as of right now, I know Trick is an easy. He's an easy answer. I think they could still wait a little bit on him. They could wait until like SummerSlam era, honestly, or that around that time. He still has some in-ring stuff he kind of should work on. But like, there's Ethan Page, he's ready. There's someone else on the male side that's ready, and then on the women's side, like Roxanne is, we've already seen her.
Yeah, Roxanne's being prepped right
now. Up,
she's up.
Yeah. So to answer one of your questions that got buried within 20 minutes of conversation, there is some NXT talent that could for sure be called up, but on the men's side, I don't think there's that much.
I heard that the men's side is a little depleted.
Yeah, it could.
They're not ready yet.
No, and that's another reason why I think Trick should stay, because he's over as hell as well. And then, like, I don't think every single person, like, for example, Ricky could be main roster, but they might send him to NXT. Like, if all the rumors were true about Motor City, like, the original rumor was that the Lucha Bros were supposed to be in that Motor City spot, but since Ray hasn't joined, they sent Motor City to the main roster. So, like, in theory, they would have been on NXT if Ray got freed or whatever. In theory,
do we think that Ricky would handle going to NXT properly?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, okay, to answer your question real quick, Jay. Yes, if it's anything similar to what Lexus King and Ethan Page has done, yeah, I think he absolutely would be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, my question is, why wouldn't he if he was willing to do a GCW or Indies it's not
a shot.
It's still funny to hear.
But he was also very reluctant to do that. Like that, like Ricky was doing that like just recently, doing like the GCW and shit like that. I don't think he feels like he's above it, but I know that Ricky puts a lot into his character. I think he's also like 34, 35, like he's older. So it's like
LA Knight just popped 2 years ago and he was fucking 45.
Yeah, but LA Knight is also different. LA Knight came in with like his shit. I don't know if Ricky's shit is going to be as hitting as LA Knight.
I mean, LA Knight was in NXT for at least 2 years also. Yeah. He's, he had experience in TNA and Impact and wherever else. If I'm Ricky and I see what they did with Ethan, then I have no problem doing NXT for a year or two stint, especially because Cody Rhodes is his boy. he'll get called up like that. You know, is yeah. So like
And
if Hunter and HBK called me and is like, we like you, but we just need you to do this real quick because we need some star power on CW. You'll be there for like a year or two. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm taking that. Fuck yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I didn't even know who Ethan Page was until I seen him on NXT, and then I was like, oh shit. So,
all right.
Yeah.
After the Sheamus and Bron match, we get a contract signing. that boy HBK comes out in San Antonio, hometown.
Music hits, baby.
Man,
go ahead, hit the notes.
No,
just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy, toy.
Nah, man, you gotta do the Kurt Angle version. I make your ankle hurt. I'm a sexy Kurt.
I'm a sexy Kurt.
No games being played here. No sitting down. Nobody budging. I will like to let the record show that Kevin Owens looked delusional as fuck holding that belt. Like, it looked kind of crazy. And honestly, why did they hang it up?
So he can't keep running around with it. That's why. People keep asking that.
No, that pissed me off. No, that pissed me off too, because it's like, you still got a week. The fuck y'all going? They're both probably going to be on this next SmackDown. What are they going to hold? No, they're gonna look it up. They're gonna look up. It was like,
nah, for sure, they're gonna point
and cut the same fucking promo, probably.
That's my belt. I'm the true
champion. I thought the same shit, Jay. No, I was like, what? And I get, like, for the visual and for the theatrics and dramatic, like, I get it. But it's like, I would have been like, can I get my shit back, please? Like, we still got like fucking 12 days. Like, I need my shit
back. Why are we
hanging
up a fake belt? KO's belt don't mean nothing. Why are we hanging it up?
Oh, no, it means something. Yeah, he rightfully won that. The ref did not count. Kevin Owens is right. He's right.
Bro, if you don't do that nigga got the FTW belt hanging up there. If you don't pull that shit down, it don't mean nothing.
All right, don't listen. I'll DM Kevin. Yeah, I'll let him know what you're saying. You know he don't live that far from here. It's a quick little trip. You can come back when he go home.
Yeah, that boy Kevin is mad delusional. He over there thinking he a real champ. That's wild.
No, but real quick, the reason why they did that is because you have to get he has not relinquished his belt, and obviously he does not like the way that Cody is being treated differently from him when he's the true champion. So in order to make, it's like when you have two kids and you got two kids and one's a really good one and the other one is like mischievous, but they want to be treated like the really good kid. So you have to do the same thing. Hey, it's just
is this coming from experience?
It's sibling life, bro. You gotta so in order to make sure there's not favoritism, you have to do the same thing. So, KO, we need your belt back. Hand it over. Well, why don't you take Cody's belt? We are going to take Cody's belt. The whole time.
That's crazy.
Think about it, bro.
When you say it that way, in that parent voice, that teacher voice, we are going to do it. Shit. I got triggered.
He didn't like that Michael Cole only interviewed Cody, so he made Michael Cole come all the way out to the car. He didn't like Joe Tessitore giving Cody an interview in a spot, so he came out, threw a tantrum, got in Joe Tessitore's face, called Matthew McConaughey all kind of bitches. Then all right. Oh wow, but. Fucking Quagmire Matthew McConaughey.
Fuck. I can't do a good McConaughey.
But so he doesn't like that. He feels like Cody's getting preferential treatment when he thinks he's a true champion. I think it's perfect for a delusional character to be so delusional that they want to be treated the same. He wouldn't even sign the contract. Did Cody sign the contract? No. Well, then I'm not signing it until Cody signs it.
That's crazy. The psychology in this is fucking nuts because that nigga truly think that he a champion.
Yeah, that's why it's great. I fucking love it. Like him and Tony Storm.
Nope. Fuck that. Since you're speaking about it, because it's on right now. Jay, have you seen the shit from Collision tonight?
I did. I saw a little bit. It was a good show from what I watched. I watched like 30 minutes or 30, 45 at the same time, by the way. Boy, whew, that was rough.
Yeah, you're doing a whole lot.
This Tony Storm shit. I am literally about to blow my head.
It makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Great. How does it not make sense?
She was playing herself. I guess. Sure. Okay.
But what was the original gimmick of Tony Storm? Timeless Tony Storm's gimmick was what? A 1950s actress.
Yep.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. How does that not make sense?
Easy. Okay, how about this? Okay, why do you need to act like yourself to get a match with Mariah May when you're already a 3-time women's champion and you're the biggest women's star there? 2, why the hell is everyone else playing along? That is fucking psychotic. Why is everyone playing along? It doesn't make any sense.
Did you see Shutter Island?
He was crazy in that. That was in a match. That was all in his head.
And what happened? Everybody on the island played along the whole time.
Because he made them up. He made up their characters. That is not the same thing. Why is this? What is going on here? Why I feel like I'm taking crazy pills? It doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense.
She said she retired. I seen Shutter Island. She retires and then she comes back like and doing. No, she is not the same as Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is a better delusional character. Wife is texting me because she loves this Tony Storm shit too. I'm the crazy one. I am the crazy one. Fuck it.
I was gonna say, if everyone around you is saying the same thing,
this shit is not good.
Honestly, it might be the only good thing that's happening right now.
And then they did it on Collision, a show that no one is watching.
No, that's not fair. That's not fair.
That is wild.
That's not fair. Because this show was advertised as their homecoming show, right? They knew they were going back to Jacksonville. It was a big show. The only reason you can say that is because you don't look at Collision like you look at Dynamite. But that's your perspective of how you feel about Collision.
If you look at the numbers, no one is compared to the. Okay, yeah, you're sure it's my opinion, but if you look at the numbers, it was not smart to do this, especially while it's quote unquote being counter programmed by another show.
But I don't stop my job or stop what I'm doing because somebody else is doing their shit. Y'all can do your shit. I'm gonna do my shit. My fans gonna show up. Your fans gonna show up, and that's it.
We're talking about the second chapter of the biggest storyline they ever had. That's like them doing Bloodline Theater on NXT. It does not make any sense.
It's not the same thing because NXT is NXT.
Collision is Collision. You do it on Dynamite. You do it on the show that more people watch. This is Tony Storm. This is the
show
biggest...
that you don't watch. It's okay.
The show that majority of their fan base watch. Majority of their fan base watch Dynamite. You should have your biggest woman star do the biggest star angle on the bigger show.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know if I agree with that.
You gonna trot out Mercedes Moné on Dynamite?
No. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're not going?
If you had to choose between doing this reveal with Tony Storm or putting the CEO out there on your bigger show, which one are you doing?
Fuck this.
Keep it a buck.
This story for sure. I would put the reveal of Tony Storm on Dynamite.
That is all that we're saying.
What I'm saying is, but my point in that is just that, like, watch both shows. If you can watch a Raw and a SmackDown, you can watch a Dynamite and Collision. Maybe not you personally, but if you are a fan of AEW, you would watch both shows.
Yeah, but I can't watch both if I know that there's Saturday Night Main Event. What if I like both companies? Which one do you think I'm gonna watch? The one that's got Gunther and Rhea Ripley on a Saturday that they've been talking about forever, or I'm gonna watch Collision, which I know is your B show.
But that's what you would prefer. There's some people who prefer Konosuke Shibata over Jey versus Gunther. That may not be what you believe in, but that's what somebody else believes in. That's why I can't say like it was a bad thing to do because the entire Collision was stacked. Like the show was fucking good. The half that I watched was solid.
You own Wednesdays though. You own Wednesdays. Wednesday is your day of the week. You own Wednesday. Why do something that big on a secondary day while you have something that's competing against you.
Like competing with you. I get that.
Yes.
I understand that entirely.
That's just business. Like you wouldn't try it out. You wouldn't. That's like, never mind, because I'm not going to do it because then I'll just get on the Jags.
For sure. No, I understand. I see where you're going. But it's the same reason why, like, you know, when the NBA is running Christmas and NFL run Christmas, is that you're doing it. We have to. I'm going to run it. It may not be the best move for the NBA because they got blown out the water by the NFL, but they're going to do it.
The NFL just did that, though. You see what I'm saying? The NFL, this is the NFL's first time doing it.
Right.
Christmas Day
was Hoop
that
Day.
Is the NBA Day. They was
Should
like,
be.
oh, let's just see what we could do over there. That's the same thing when they do a special NXT day on a Dynamite day. Let's see what happens if we just pull up on a new NXT coming on CW on Wednesday, 5:00. Oh, nigga, I'm watching NXT. I'm not finna watch what they doing over here.
Mm-hmm.
And The Rock is coming, and
Punk is here.
And then, I'm gonna see what the NFL is doing. These niggas brought Beyonce. I'm there. Like, they called it the Beyonce Bowl, bro. Like, it's the same thing. Nigga, the Lakers had the primetime spot, and I'm not even a big Laker fan, LeBron fan, but the Lakers had the primetime spot. Them niggas brought out Beyonce at the same time LeBron and them tipped the ball up. Huh?
Yeah,
who do you think America watches?
Lost.
LeBron or Beyonce?
For sure. Overall, I'm not moving my block just because somebody else is doing the same shit on the same day. Like that may be arrogant, that may be cocky as fuck, but I gotta stand my ground. If I don't get shit, I don't get shit. But I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna let nigga move me on my spot. Like, what? No.
Listen,
it's not about moving out your spot. It's like it's your biggest story angle, and it makes more sense to do it on the show that has the most eyes on it.
I get that. I understand. I agree that we should put it on Dynamite, but they advertise this as they're going back to Daily's Place. You know, Daily's Places they should. They're gonna do something there. I thought it was a dope angle. I do agree it should have been on Dynamite, but it is AEW and Daily's Place. That's all I gotta say.
All right. I want more for them. That's all. They don't want enough for me. I want more. I'm the concerned friend that wants you. I want you to do more in your life than what you're doing right now, my nigga. Like, you and your Winnie the Pooh, you and your drawers with the t-shirt on, eating cheesy puffs, my nigga. Like, I need you to
put some pants on.
Let's just start there and brush your teeth. Like,
okay. The funny thing about, to go back to this KO promo or this Cody KO shit, that man HBK said, "Man, you sound jealous, Kevin."
He said, "What? What did you say?"
You sound jealous, and that man almost snapped. In a brief second, he thought I could hit HBK right now, and then hit this man with the bar. He's like, you know, he said, "Hey, when things got tough for you, you left too." I was like, "Oh fuck." And he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all.
And I'm not gonna lose my smile. The only person who's gonna lose their smile.
It's like, hey, yo, he is on one, yo. That boy is on one.
I do like Cody standing up for himself for that line, but to me, that line is still gonna work every time. But I do like Cody standing up for himself. Like, I'm not here to talk about.
I'm not talking about the past. Like,
I'm the champion now. Like, I get it. I'm quarter. I'm QB1. You're right. Sure. You are. You still left, though, nigga.
You still. Do we want KO to walk out with the belt? Is that what we want? At
this point, no, because they should have did it on the first one, and then Cody could have got it back on Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
because now
we did talk about that. Yeah,
it doesn't make, in my mind, it doesn't make sense for Cody to drop the belt and then get it back in Toronto, and then so that way the winner of the Royal Rumble, because essentially you do the match that night. The person who, depending on when they do the match, they don't know who they're going against until after the Royal Rumble is over.
Right.
Because if that match is the main event, then you have to build it that way, unless you're doing that match first, which you probably won't. Right? So, is KO going to win it, and then Cody gets his rematch March 1st, and then He gets the belt back, and
that's
then
a lot of jumbling, a lot of moving around for 6 weeks.
So they had their shot to put the belt on KO if they really wanted to do it. I think it's a wrap, personally.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why later when we do our little predictions when you ask the question.
Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
Jacob Fatu, Braun Strowman. Like that.
How you felt about it?
No. I loved it.
Okay.
I thought it was. I don't know why I went in expecting a regular match. It's Jacob Fatu. I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna be a pin here. No, nigga, no pin, no nothing, straight hands. But to be fair, Braun Strowman was moving that first half.
He tightened up.
That nigga Jacob popped a sensu bean, and it was a wrap from there.
I'll say this. I liked the pre-match, and I liked the post-match.
Yeah.
The pre-match and the post-match saved the actual match. I was talking to Hero before we started potting, and I was like, you could tell that Braun was the one that was like calling the match and orchestrating it. Mm-hmm. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, big stage, he's done this before in WWE. This is like their first or Jacob's first big solo match on a big stage. So I'm not mad at that. But as the actual match happened, I was like, oh, this is why people were making jokes about Fatu getting us excited for a Strowman match, because he's stiff. I think he's still stiff in the joints and the hips. That second time around, the second time around, he was done. He was spent. Both of them were exhausted. Jacob was definitely winded. Strowman, he was done. After he went around the ring the second time, he was spent. Like, all the gas was out of that 18-wheeler. It's a wrap. You got to go fill it back up. Like, he was done. So it was. But I do appreciate Braun putting. It's kind of the same formula. Putting Fatu over the same way he kind of put Bronson Reed over. Yep. And then the crowd reacting. Similar formula. The crowd reacting to the same big spot that Bronson Reed had with Tsunami with Jacobs. Yep. Damn, I don't even know that. Thank you, Moonsault. That was dope. And then obviously he cut himself, right? So we got some color. But yeah, pre-match, post-match. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because after I saw this man do like what felt like 17 hip attacks, I was like, they got nothing else.
Yeah.
This is it. And he put his hands on the ref and threw him out. I was like, okay, now we're about to like really get into the shit here. My question is, it's not really a question, it's more of a statement, I guess. Solo can't control this nigga. Solo can't control this version of Jacob Fatu. It's a wrap for that.
Yeah, that's done.
It's done. There's nothing you can say, nothing you can do. You ain't got no Ulafala. I don't have to listen to you. So, are we gonna get a Solo versus Jacob?
I'm gonna say no.
Ooh.
At least not yet.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say that might be the Mania match, if it's not the 3v3 that I conjured up last week.
Yeah,
unless the Mania match is Fatu, unless the Mania match is Fatu and Roman, which I don't want to over predict Mania matches. Like, we have enough of the IWC doing that. But just to answer the question,
yeah, I think it's a no, because you can't have Solo lose and you can't have Fatu lose. And if you do the disqualification, the DQ thing, who's gonna break it up? Tama Tonga? Like, with them two? And it's like, we gotta see what happens, because as of right now, technically they are still following Solo,
unless
something happens this week coming up or the week after. But technically, like they're still under the leadership of Solo, based on the last time we seen all three of them. So if Solo come out, Fatu flip, headbutt him or something, then we'll need to see where it goes. But I don't think you can have either one of them lose that match. So
that is interesting.
No.
And I don't want to see a DQ.
I disagree. Yeah. I think Solo could take some pins. Being a kingpin for 5 months, it's time to get some comeuppance. He can take an L.
That nigga took pins all year before that. Yeah. Oh, he was eating L's.
Okay.
And we just saw what the last time we seen Solo in the ring, not like physicality was, they just put down LA Knight, and he was talking about how he was coming for the US Championship. That obviously Shinsuke has. So I don't know if you have him. I'm not saying you're burying him if he loses, but you take some of the steam off for sure.
I think there has to be a difference.
I think he needs to build himself back up, especially if he's going to acknowledge Roman. He can't acknowledge, like, he took the L to Roman, and I think character-wise, it's time to build himself back up. So I think he could lose a couple times. I mean, I don't see the reason. I don't see the need to like overly protect him, especially if you're trying to build Fatu up as more of a monster. Anyway,
I'm gonna disagree. I think that, like, with Solo, I think that's the test, is that, oh, you think I'm soft. You think because he beat me that you can beat me. Like, that's not going to be the case, bro. Like, I went toe-to-toe with Roman, twice, maybe? Like, I think this is a good point to where you can make the stance where Solo is above Jacob and them.
But if you do that, based on how Jacob was debuted, based on how Jacob was utilized during Solo's reign, and based on what we saw tonight, Solo has to go to a different place. He can't fight Jacob with the same respect that he fought Roman with. Like, he has to go. And Michael Cole, during Jacob's entrance, I think he exaggerated it slightly, but I don't know him personally, so I'm just assuming. But he literally talked about how Jacob went to jail 3 times before he was 18.
Crazy.
He in the mat, like, he did the ESPN thing.
He definitely did the ESPN NFL draft shit. His
mom was a crack whore, and
like,
this is the first. Like, damn, I didn't need to know all of this.
I didn't.
He just got drafted. Yeah,
this is not kayfabe.
And so, like, and plus Jacob saying what he said on Friday. Hey, if y'all thought I was tripping before, whatever the case, y'all ain't seen nothing yet, right? And then the first time he's in the ring after that, he's cracking Braun Strowman's face, leaving him a bloody mess. Like, Solo has to go to a different place in order to beat Jacob. And if you do that, then you're taking the steam off of everything that Jacob has done over the last 7 months. You just don't do it.
And it's weird because we all know that Jacob is also, like, semi-superhuman in his shit right now. Like,
the toolbox?
Like, he might need to be pegged down a little bit because he is superhuman, bro.
But I don't think it can be Solo. It's got to be somebody bigger than Solo. And there's only one person in that family that's technically bigger than Solo.
And you would save that L for
exactly.
Chief. Damn, that sucks.
So you can't. You made him. Yeah.
You made him invincible. You got to have him be taken down by Chief.
Yeah.
All right.
Or Bronson Reed. I sent that text out earlier. As soon as Bronson Reed is healthy, I know they was on the team, but I need them two to go at it straight up.
Yeah, we'll see. That man got a lot to go through with his foot.
Mm-hmm.
Main event: Jey Uso, Gunther. Once again, Jey Uso still looking like money. Heat's out of this fucking world. The little kid yeeting with him neck, like in the entrance, fire. Like,
and that's why he should have had the belt.
And so during this match, like, and I don't know if it's like just producer ears or engineer ears or whatever, but I'm hearing kids scream. Like there's a difference of pitch in like adult screams and the kids are going crazy for Jey Uso. It's insane, bro. And like I thought they were gonna do it. I was like, maybe I was wrong. I thought like maybe Jey was gonna get it here. No titles have changed the entire night. You know, like Rhea won, Bron won. I was like, maybe they might just like let a title change happen. No, not the case. Nope. Not the case at all. Overall though, the match was solid. It was a decent match. Jey was leaning into everything he got. He gave that man everything he could. He went out fighting. Spears, super kicks, like he
took all the chops,
all of them, and got folded up twice with 2 power bombs. Boop boop.
Them ain't regular power bombs though, and it took 2. Normally Gunther does 1. Actually, it took 3 because he did 1 singular and tried to pin and thought it was gonna work. Yeah. He said, "Okay, 1 didn't work. I'm a back to back you." And normally when Gunther does the power bomb, it's a wrap. He's either gonna slap you in the chest, do the power bomb, or he's gonna choke you out.
Yeah.
So they made him look strong, but he just and then after the match, the way Gunther was looking at Jey, like, damn, like once again, he took me to the edge. It's like, okay, cool, like you giving Jey a nod, but like.
So before we get to like my post questions, I got current questions. Do you think Jey would have fared better against Cody?
What do you mean?
Like, hypothetically, if Jey were to win a Royal Rumble and he had to choose between Cody and a Gunther, do you think the matchup wise fits better with him versus Cody than it does with Gunther?
No. You can't have those 2 mega baby faces facing off each other.
Well, babyface aside, let's put that aside. Like matchup wise,
yeah, I would say yeah. If you're putting that aside and you're going build and God, I'm gonna use the word moveset, then yes.
Yeah, if you're talking about like a 2K simulation, sure, it'd be great. But I'm still saying no.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have there's no you can't do that to the kids. You can't do that to the kids. It's still fuck them kids, but you can't do that to the kids.
Fair. Second question. Where is Roman? Your cousin's getting beat on and you travel with Chief. You got your Ula file and just dip. Everybody getting fucked up right now.
I told y'all I'm coming back.
Jey just lost.
He'll be back this Monday.
So I told y'all I'm coming back on Monday.
Point being is that like they was there for you to help you get to where you at. Big moment for Jey, you not there. Big Jim's showing out. He's still getting whooped on SmackDown. Like, hey man, Mr. Ulafala, Mr. Tribal Chief, we still family, right? Sammy getting threatened on Raw. Like, what's going on here?
It's almost like Seth hasn't said this 3 times in the last couple months.
And I'm looking to my Tribal Chief resident here, the wise man to the wise man. I need you to explain something.
Well,
why is your man doing what he doing? Everybody dirty.
I'm gonna tell you this real quick. Okay. When he came back, right? Came back at SummerSlam, and then he was back for he kept popping up for 2-3 weeks. He didn't speak for a whole month almost. And the first time that he spoke, he said, I don't need Cody's help. I don't need all this help. I don't need nobody help. This is family business. He also said, I want to make something very clear so that we understand. A lot of things change, but I didn't. He literally said that. So he did say that. So those words literally came out of his mouth.
Yeah.
At the end of September, the beginning of October, he dead ass said, a lot of things change, but I didn't.
But not me.
Yeah.
And then, to put the ice on the cake real quick, I said, man, you should apologize to Jey. That man said, yeet.
Say yeet.
Hey, That's a cold individual, bro. That nigga is cold.
So
Safe
listen,
to say,
bro.
that nigga's not gonna change, bro.
So yeah.
All right, Tribal Chief gonna be Tribal Chief.
He literally said that. Like that's what he fought over the whole time.
So I was on Blue Sky. I'm just chatting up with people, talking to wrestling and shit like that, and we were talking about the direction for Jey.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about, I was like, man, like, like they just keep playing with this heat. Like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? And the person I was talking to was like, maybe like, they're building Jey up for the win for Rumble, right? Does Yeet Man win the Rumble? Respectfully, you check my Blue Sky stuff. We talked about how I could see it, but I don't think that's likely. Just based on how stacked the men's Rumble is. But no chance y'all got that Jey wins Rumble.
Not one. He might end up in the final. He might end up in the final 8, final 7, maybe even final 6. But no,
because like Cena's on the redemption journey, so I don't see Cena winning it off rip unless he's going to get the title at Mania and then go his redemption journey as champion. We know that there's going to be some shit between Punk and Roman, however that plays out.
Mm-hmm.
So that just leaves Seth, Drew, Jey, right, as like your 3 main heavy hitters left. If Cena is X'd out and Roman and Punk X'd out, still no shot that Jey.
I don't see it. No.
No.
I think The Rock has a better chance.
So you playing with my predictions a little bit.
Okay. Well, now we're going to open the door up to David's or DT's predictions.
So we already talked about it. It's a bunch of heavy hitters, and this I will admit is fantasy booking, because I want to see what I want to see. I have a question before I give y'all my scenario.
What you got?
Is it out of the realm of possibility that as they whittle down, right, it's CM Punk, it's Drew, it's Seth, it's John Cena, and Roman are in the ring, right? John Cena gets tossed because we know he's going to be in the Elimination Chamber. You got Drew, Roman, Seth, etc. CM Punk. Drew McIntyre gets tossed. This is just walk with me.
Mm-hmm.
So then you got Seth, Roman, CM Punk. Now, the question I'm going to ask before I do my final thing is, do they always keep the clock running so that the fans can count down? And if they do, the reason why I'm asking that is, why, like in my mind, what I would do is once you get to the last 5 or 6, I would just eliminate the clock. I wouldn't even worry about.
That's the energy part. They always have the clock running.
Okay, I hear you, but the reason why I was saying that is because at that point, right, you get down to the last 3 that I said, which was CM Punk, Seth, Roman. By that time, I would eliminate the clock. You then had all your guest surprises. And that's when the final boss will enter.
Okay.
In the men's rumble. That would be my prediction. Doesn't mean he wins it, but that's how, if he wanted to get booked back into WrestleMania space, I feel like that would be an okay way to do it.
So we're still
him just popping up.
We're still holding on to hope that Rock is in some way, shape, or form a part of Mania.
If what he said about like not worrying about what other motherfuckers are saying is true, to me, that's how you would get him back in that space.
Now, do we have an issue with that though? The fact that you can be gone from wrestling programming for 9 months, 10 months, or whatever, and then you miraculously win Rumble,
No, he doesn't win. I just said he doesn't win.
Okay, just him just showing up.
Yeah. I just said he doesn't.
But
win.
if
He's
Rock
not the
is
one that's winning.
if Rock is joining a Rumble, you don't waste this moment by having him lose.
But you pull him back in because there's 3 people in the ring already. Because you're not going to have Cody be in it because Cody's the champion. Cody's going to win. That match is probably going to be towards the end. So there's 3 people in the ring already. That's why I had those specific 3.
Well, how about this? What if all 30 had already came out and you hear Rock's music plays after 30? Because Final Boss can do whatever he wants. And maybe he's not actually in the Rumble, but maybe he's pulling Roman out. Maybe there's like a distraction point in that element. That way he's actually not a part of the Rumble, but more so like distraction, or he's calling Roman out in that way. Like it would be a bigger shock to see somebody come out at 31. It's like, what the fuck? Like there's always ever been 30. So for him to like just pop up, distract Roman, and then that's how you can get Roman versus Rock without him actually being a part of the match.
Or it could be CM Punk, because CM Punk also called him out too. Same thing.
True.
And then that's how you get, like, if theoretically you were to have Roman win the Royal Rumble, you could have The Rock come out, intervene, whatever, toss CM Punk over the rope, and that's how CM Punk, because he has a favor. So CM Punk doesn't need to win the Rumble. He's probably not going to be in Elimination Chamber. Actually, let me not say that, because last time I said he wasn't going to be in something with chains, a chain link fence, he ended up being in it. So I'm just going to not say that no more.
Twice.
Yeah. So, even though he said it, but so you have that too. We already know that John Cena's not winning it because he's been plastered all over Elimination Chamber, but he's going to be there. So John Cena getting tossed, it's fine, right? CM Punk loses, he still has a favor that we don't know what the favor is. We can guess, we can speculate, kind of have an idea, but we don't truly know what it is.
That's interesting.
Cody's not going to be in it because he's the champion. He has the belt.
And he won it last year. You're not doing
And
back to back. You're not doing 3-peats.
He has
a match that night. Yeah, so he's not gonna, like, it's not gonna happen.
And stop Becky.
Well, that's the man. Everybody can't be the man.
It was the first match of the show.
So that's why I asked that. Like, and then if you're saying he comes in at 31 because he can do whatever he wants, who's winning? Because you didn't say that. You just said he would distract Roman or whatever the case. Which is also fine. That would work too.
My top 3 in no order, if I may, it's Seth, Sammy, and Punk. If Sammy doesn't win it this year, I think Sammy's winning it next year. I think whoever wins this Rumble is going to face Gunther, and I think whoever wins the Chamber is going to face Cody.
Interesting.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. But those are my top 3.
You still have Randy.
And yeah, you still have Randy. Honestly, because I was going to chime in on when you were talking about KO and Cody earlier. One of the reasons I think it would be fine if KO kept it, or even if he didn't keep it, like, you can add Randy into this mix, and it could be a triple.
He will be.
And then that will spin off to the Cody Randy solo at SummerSlam, which I think that's because if they're not pushing Cody and Randy right now, then I think that'll be the SummerSlam match. So I feel like he could be added to the equation. We get a triple threat. That's plausible.
Do you think we get KO Randy at Elimination Chamber? Like just 1v1?
Probably.
If you're telling me he's back, if he's back by Rumble, because to me, if he's back, no, because I don't even think he's not really injured. Like he's legit on a vacation, so he should definitely be back at the Rumble. Whether it's right, but But would I be at the Rumble, or would I just interrupt your championship match that you never really won anyway because you power drove me? Like I would, like this shit ain't over.
Yeah, for sure. Especially the way Randy went out.
Yeah. So no. If it's me, like, well, if I'm booking Randy, rather, he's interrupting that match. You can keep the belt, Cody. I'm not after you right now. I'm about to get with KO.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could do both. Like, it depends on when this match is. But I think you could do both. Yeah, Randy interrupts, costs KO the match. Randy enters the Rumble. KO costs Randy the Rumble. Then you get their Elimination Chamber match. It's easy.
Wait, you want to have him interrupt the match in the Rumble?
Like, Randy can interrupt the ladder match, which costs KO the match. Randy enters the Rumble because if he's going to fight Cody, he wants to earn it. He wants to earn it because he's still a good guy or some shit. I don't know, whatever. He enters the Rumble because he wants, like, why not? And then KO costs him the Rumble. Therefore, you get their,
yeah, that makes sense.
It sets up the Elimination Chamber, and that way you can break two windows with one stone, and you don't have to think that Randy's going to win the Rumble.
Yeah, I heard you backwards.
Oh,
I heard you say that Randy was going to interrupt the match, and then he was going to be in Rumble and stop KO from being in the Rumble. So I just heard that differently.
I could see a delusional Kevin Owens entering the Rumble though too. Like if they say like the men's match is like third and it's not the main event, I could see a delusional Kevin Owens like, no, I got to get my title back and try to like enter the Rumble. I could definitely see that happening.
Okay.
As far as winners though, I'm going Seth. I think Seth makes the most sense as far as like flexibility, right? Because typically they don't really have the plans for WrestleMania like now. Like it's probably in the works, but shit can be changed. I think Seth.
Hunter says it's already pinned, but it's always
TBD.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Seth makes sense too because you can get Seth Gunther. But also, I'm biased, but I feel like Punk. I don't know. I don't know. Sammy and Seth are my top two, then Punk is like a third, and then The Rock is a secret fourth.
And I feel like Seth has some shit for Cody. I feel like all this shit that I've been trying to stop, you've been fucking like engaging in. I feel like there's something there with like.
Remind me real quick, Harold. Has Seth beat Cody?
No, he is 0-3.
Yeah. So I don't even know. And you said they've already went 3 times.
Yeah, Cody won all 3 times. The only counter to what you just said, Jay, is that twice, like Seth's made it clear that he's fine with Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy and Cody for what they did. He just still thinks it's some bullshit, which is why he's still talking to Sammy. And yeah, because I think it was like 2 weeks ago, he's like, I'm fine with them when he was yelling at Drew. Ooh.
The thing, KO talking to Sammy, was that Friday or was that Monday?
That was Monday. That's what you want.
Monday.
That was one
That's
of
what
the
I wanted to talk about.
Yes.
Because
the gaslight, that was
sliding,
such a good promo.
That was so fire. But the reason why I brought that up was because let's just go with, the championship match happens, right? And Sammy's nowhere to be found to help KO out. Because he already pretty much was like, I know you're going to be there to help me because you helped Roman. So I already know. We're like brothers. We have a deeper history. If he doesn't show up, which he probably won't, but if he doesn't show up, that immediately changes KO's vision straight on to Sammy. So then, because where do you play that at? Because Randy is still out there too. But the most recent story is Sammy and KO, and you can always bounce back. And Sammy and KO, like literally KO said, "I want you to win the Rumble because I'm the champ, and we can do something that we talked about doing when we were younger that we never did, which is main event WrestleMania."
That nigga said, "You my best friend, right?" Oh
yeah,
my
you gonna
God,
be there, right?
That nigga's a demon, bro. He's a demon, I tell you.
You forgave Roman because you're a good guy. Yep. That's the kind of guy you
are,
bro.
That man is a demon, bro. He's so good.
And then that same night, last night, KO wore the Sammy Forever shirt.
Yeah,
Sami Zayn Forever with the heart on it. So, yeah, bro, I like Randy's got to come back and get KO, but the most recent story is KO and Sammy, and Sammy knew it was coming because we talked about it at War Games, and he was like, I knew we would cross. He just said like 3 weeks ago, he was like, I knew we would cross paths again. Like, Like I'm ready. He was pretty much like, I'm ready whenever you are. And then KO walked off, didn't say nothing. And then KO finally came back this past week and was like, hey, like it's all good, you know. Hey, you're a good guy. Like, like I know you would do it for me because you're my best friend. You're my best friend, and I've known you way longer than you've known them. So like, I know you'll do it for me, right? I know you will. Yeah, you will.
Hey, KO gonna apologize to Sammy. It's gonna happen.
And that Sammy pop when he comes back, if it does, it's gonna be insane.
He's gonna take Sammy off the shelf. I'm sorry, Sammy. It's coming.
That's why you help your friends.
You ever have Sammy out the pasture?
You know, we've all had that friend that didn't help us move when they said they'd be there. He's like, "Oh, that was today, nigga."
Oh man, yeah. KO about to lenny Sammy, bro. Of mice and men. I'm sorry. It's just gonna happen.
Can you imagine that? Like if Sammy come out late after he already lost, and KO's looking around like, "What the fuck?" Like, and then Pile Driver and Sammy is gone, and we don't see Sammy again until like 2 shows before WrestleMania.
Yeah, that would be some shit. That would be some shit. I like this. I like that the tangents we're carrying this episode. I like this a lot. We got anything we want to get off before we get out of here?
Yeah, I got 2 things. Two things. Why is Naomi so interested on if they found the tapes for Jade? That's one. And I know Hero brought this up before. And then 2, the moment that I almost fucking said private party. The moment that the Street Profits get back, it need to be up. All the way up.
Everybody got to get worked.
It needs to be all the way up. Those are my 2 things.
Everybody got to get got.
It need to be all the way up.
I don't know who they got to hit to get the heat, but it has to be devastating, bro.
They need to take out what'd you call them, Hero? The white boys that wrestle good. They need to take out Motor City Machine Gun. I keep fucking up their name. But Motor City Machine Guns. They gotta blow through. They gotta blow through Los Garza. I'm sorry. They gotta blow through them. Pretty Deadly gotta get smacked around. They need boop 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 boop. Like in 2 weeks' time, they should be right. They should be DIY. What's up? In 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's assuming they retain. We didn't, because the 4th match that we didn't talk about for Rumble is DIY versus Motor City. 2 out of 3
fucking
falls.
time.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
That is
2 out
going
of 3
to be
falls.
fucking heat, bro. We're about to get some NXT Black and Gold type shit.
Tag team wrestling on a PLE. Thank the Lord.
I got something for y'all too. Pretty Deadly interrupts and helps them win to prove their point for them not showing up.
I wouldn't be surprised at that.
Yes, boy. Let's get it.
Yeah, and then that leads to that's how they retain. DIY retains, and Street Profits is up.
I don't think DIY is losing it.
Yeah,
honestly, they should just make a small little faction. Pretty Deadly and DIY. Like they could be the
DIY.
Yeah, they could be the little brothers, sort of. You know, to the vets or I don't know. I like them together, so I'm not eager to see that split up. But all the tag team action has been fucking fire, and this version that we saw of Pretty Deadly, that's the version I saw in NXT UK. That's the version I've been hyping up this whole time. So I'm glad people finally got to see them really cook these last couple weeks, because Pretty Deadly is fire.
They was fire when they was going against a New Day. Like there's a lot of good shit with Pretty Deadly, bro.
How do we feel about Damian Priest on SmackDown though?
I think
we talked about that. We talked about Priest going over last week. I'm pretty sure we mentioned that, and we thought that was going to be more Judgment Day than actual Priest.
I thought Judgment Day was going to switch, but then I couldn't. That was what I said. Was Judgment Day was going to go to SmackDown, but honestly, I think Priest works because I was looking at the Netflix commercials and I saw Dom's little thing, and I'm like, yeah, you can't take that mustache off of Netflix. That'd be fucking. You're just throwing money off the table if you did that. You know, so like, yeah. Yeah, no. But Priest being on, it's cool. We can get a potential him and Cody. We could get him and Fatu. There's some fresh matchups that we can see with Priest on SmackDown. So
yeah, it puts him in the main event status. Like he's now you are a main eventer. We're going to lean on you to like carry segments and programs on a show that definitely going to need that help because it was just Cody and Bloodline, but Solo is out doing Solo shit, and Roman is Tribal Chief, so he pop up when he want to pop up.
Question is, what is he going to do to kill time? Because it's like, again, like we went through the rosters, there's not that many people to do.
Was it Mello?
I mean, that's if they decide to continue that feud, which they could, but
give me Priest and Andrade.
I mean, that'd be heat. They both faces, but that'd be heat. And if he's a main eventer, so then if that means like we're not going to send him back to the mid card, right? So he's not going to fight Shinsuke.
Nah,
he needs some people to feud with. Well, I mean, Miz is on SmackDown now, but he's probably going to still feud with the Wyatts, like we talked about.
Fuck.
Yeah, NXT still needs SmackDown still needs some people, or they just
AJ and Priest would be solid. You can run some shit with that when AJ gets back, of course.
Well, as soon as AJ get back, he finna be on Carmelo ass.
Yeah, there's not really a lot that he can do right now. I'm looking at the roster, and it's like Randy's still out, like Solo's out. They need some more. They need some more for sure.
Yeah.
But all right, people. That was our Saturday Night Main Event episode. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for checking us out wherever you're checking us out. TikTok's back, so we uploading there. Got some clips out for y'all. YouTube is going up, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the whole run. Thank y'all for checking us out. Also, shout out to everybody tuning in on Blue Sky and commenting with us and making wrestling talk really fun. That's also cool, talking to other people about wrestling.
Yeah, a lot of black fans too. It's been really fun.
Man, that's the best part.
Yeah. Every Monday, like watching Raw as a family with black wrestlers.
It feels so good, bro.
It feels like really fucking good. Like I was so happy this last week. I was just in awe, especially like talking to other black women that love Seth Rollins and like yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, like
shit like that.
It's hella cool. The black community that you have in wrestling right now on Blue Sky is fucking phenomenal. That shit is nice. Great. It is hella nice. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. It's been real. We're gonna catch you guys later. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
Too sweet.
I love you. Hero. Let's go. There it is. Wow.